Welcome back, guys, to my latest edition of Funky Decks in Pokemon TCG Live. In fact, this may not be a funky deck, as you can see from the heading of this deck, Gouging Fire Final. It may be the very last deck that I come up with before Perth Regionals. I think so far this deck has been running very smoothly. I'm actually currently on an 8-game win streak. I may actually take this deck to Perth. If Perth is actually this weekend, I will be taking this deck to Perth. In fact, I'm actually entering into a Ultra Ball League competition this weekend, and I most probably will be taking this deck. Unfortunately, this deck is built based on Surging Sparks SV8, but the competition that I'm entering this weekend is SV7. So the only card that I'll be taking out that is from Surging Sparks is the Baby Gouging Fire, which is actually very useful. It does 170, which takes out Squawk and Luminion, and it's a one pricer that takes out Goldengo and Tilma's Ogerpon as well. So it's actually a very strong card. You can just Magma Basin, Sada, and Jet Energy to this Baby Gouging Fire to take out any of those Pokemon, so it's incredibly insane. However, for the purposes of my competition this weekend, I will be removing this card, and I may potentially be adding in another Gouging Fire EX or a Baby Chiyu. So before we talk too much into that, let's just take a look at what this deck is really all about. It's actually a standard Gouging Fire deck with a single Roaring Moon EX. You do play your Professor Sada and whatnot, your Darkness Energy with Munkidori. However, I am taking 4 Jet Energies. I think Luke Kirkham also plays 4 Jet Energies. The reason why I'm taking Jet over Switch Cart is mainly because it's also an energy card for you to conceal cards, and it's also a energy for you to attach. So you can Magma Basin, Sada, and Jet Energy into the active spot. So that's great. However, the only downside to Jet Energy is you cannot Secret Box for it. Whereas you can Secret Box a Switch card, so I'm still taking a one-off Switch card into this deck. However, the spice in this deck is really down to 2 cards, which is the Volbeat, which is actually an inspiration that I got from the Jet Palkia deck actually. But I'm not playing the Luminous. Is it Luminous? Can't really recall what's that Pokemon's name that actually shuffles one of your opponent's bench Pokemon back into the deck. I'm not playing that card. I'm actually playing the Volbeat. We want to go first. Search out for a Arceus V down to the bench. You can possibly search for both Gouging Fire and Arceus V, or Greninja and Arceus V, or Munkidori and Arceus V. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to search out the Arceus V-Star by turn 2, and the combination of Star Buff and Secret Box is actually an absolutely insane combo. You can essentially search out for 4 cards. In this deck, you can probably search out for, through Secret Box alone, you can probably search out for a Energy Switch, or a Earthen Vessel, or a Nest Ball, a Professor Sada, and Capsule, and a Magma Basin. And you still have one more card that you can search for through Star Buff. So that is basically 5 cards actually that you can actually search out for. Is it correct? Yeah, 5 cards that you can search out, and this is really essential in pulling off either a Gouging Fire Munkidori play or a Roaring Moon play, because you're going to need a bunch of energy switches, right? You can actually Sada Darkness Energy switch 1 existing Darkness Energy, and a Jet Energy up to the Roaring Moon to take out a 2-prizer. Or the biggest thing that I've been using with Star Buff Secret Box combo is actually the Delphox play, whereby you can actually pull off a Delphox play in turn 2 itself. So that is what this deck is essentially all about. It is your standard Gouging Fire deck. However, in this list, we would preferably want to go first because we want to pull out the Volbeat Arceus play. However, we are still maintaining the essential cards to ensure that even if you were to go second, you can still pull off a donk. We still have your Jets, your Trekking Shoes, your Energy Switches, and your Squawk as well. So everything remains in the deck. If you're going first, and if you can pull out a Squawk, and you Squawk into a Volbeat Jet Energy and search out for your bench Pokemon going first, it will be an absolutely insane start, right? Obviously, there's a lot of one-off tech Pokemon, so the Heavy Ball is still essential in this deck. I just feel this deck is really good. The Darkness Energy, we only played 2. We can actually play 3 here because we're playing the Roaring Moon. We may decrease maybe 1 Trekking Shoe for a Darkness Energy, or we may opt to take out the Switch card. It's really a flexible deck. You can really decide what you're going to do later on, right? The Flutter Mane is in here to deal with the Lost Box matchup. as well as the Gardevoir matchup, because more often than not, you know, you're going to be needing that balance damage to kill off a Bravery Charm, Drifloon, or Screamtail, right? So the Flutter Mane is absolutely useful there. In a one price deck challenge against a Lost Box deck, obviously, I mean, a two price deck like Gouging Fire is actually weak against it, so hence the Flutter Mane is absolutely essential in this deck. So yeah, so like I said, Star Buff Secret Box combo is absolutely insane. If we were to go first blind and we come across a Raging Bolt or a Roaring Moon deck, I think essentially what you want to do is to not bench a two-price Pokemon if possible. You only want to play around your Volbeat, Greninja, Munkidori, Flutter Mane, or Gouging Fire. You actually have 5 single prize Pokemon here, so I think there are actually many instances where you can actually just bench one prizes, right? However, if let's say you were to start with a Squawk and you get knocked out turn 2, hopefully the baby Gouging Fire can actually come back into play by taking out the Teal'c's Ogerpon or even the Squawkabilly. And if they were to cast out a 2-prizer for the following turn, you can then Gouging Fire again for a 2-prize turn while having a 1-prize at the active spot. However, we only play one boss. Ideally, we will want to have a counter catcher or a prime catcher in that matchup. But we need to be, you know, wary as to what deck we want to take out here. We may consider taking out the Judge. I've not really used the Judge that often. I may take out the Judge for either a Darkness Energy or a counter catcher slash Pokemon catcher, or maybe one more boss. I'm not too sure yet, but as it stands, this deck is absolutely insane. Let's test it out and see how it goes. Like I said, I've been on an 8-game winning streak before recording any videos that we're going to do right now. So let's just see how it goes. And like I said, as it stands right now, if I'm going to Perth this weekend, this is the deck that I'm taking. It's absolutely insane. As you can see, I've been testing a lot of Arceus Rouge deck. It's not as smooth as this deck. The reason why I'm not really playing Arceus Rouge to Perth or to any major tournaments moving forward is because it's too dependent on starting first, right? Although you can search out a Arceus V and Trinity Charge with a double turbo, I mean, more often than not, it's quite hard to pull off. Whereas for this Gouging Fire deck, I think, of course, ideally you would want to go first or second depending on the matchup, but at the very least, I think if you were to start second in a matchup where you want to start first or vice versa, it's not too bad. You're still able to manage it quite well. Not so much with Arceus Rouge. So hence, I'm actually, like I said, very, very keen on taking this deck to Perth. So let's just test out a few games and see how it goes, right? So ideally with Arceus in the deck, we will want to go first. If you were to play against a turbo deck, we try and limit our 2 prizes on the bench as much as possible. Oh, not the case in this deck. This is a really terrible starting hand. If you're playing against a turbo deck, we are screwed. It's quite funny because we're only playing 3 energy switches in this deck, and the 3 of them are in my hand right now. We're only playing 6 fire energies, which is quite little. Fast. Do we squawk this? I think we do, right? All energy switches away. Wow, this is really... It's okay. I think next turn we can just Sada into a kill, right, on a Heracross. But unfortunately, we do not have any other bench Pokemon. Not too sure what deck I'm going against here. Might be a Spidops deck, maybe? I'm not sure what Spidops is weakness to, but Heracross's attack is predicated on retreat cost. I'm assuming it's a 1-price attacker in a Spidops deck, maybe? 30 more damage. So if it's 3-4 retreat cost is 130. Not really the best. But yeah, you can see how it works. Oh my goodness. What is this? So I'm I'm guessing this is the Fortress going to suicide for energies, right? That is what I'm assuming here. Let's get Greninja in play. Don't know if Arceus V was the card to use there. I should have stretched it into a Greninja first, right? So that was a mistake. That's okay. I can afford to let a Magma Basin go. Conceal. So the thing is, he can't one-shot me, right? Because it's 50 per visual V in play, so that's 200 at most. To show what's Heracross doing, there's a one price card. Let's take a look what he does. Even if all energy cards were to be charged up, he's only dealing 90 damage. That's a bit odd. This visual V obviously takes out Charizard. I'm assuming they play the trolley with a heavy ball, maybe. And they're searching into a fortress now, and they're gonna, yeah. So they're gonna take out my Squawk. That's the best they can do, right? Yeah, they can't even take out my Arceus VSTAR. I'd say this is a weird deck, actually. Yeah, the max damage they can do is... Oh. 32 prizes for me. So the max damage they can do actually is 200. Unless, of course, they have a Defiance band here, which may happen. They play Arven, right? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Nest Ball into another Gouging Fire. Conceal cards. Looks like an easy game actually. Can't really show you the power of my Volbeat and Arceus VSTAR. Just in case there's a Defiance ban in play, I'm just going to capsule this one. Oh, capsule this one. Evolve here. Just in case I get knocked out. Just gonna get a fast, yep. Easy win. Go first blind. Worst case scenario, if you're going against a turbo deck, just do not put down any 2 prizes, put Volbeat in play, search out a Greninja maybe. Yeah, but I mean obviously, understandably, it's not easy to start with only 1 prizes, right? Because I'm only playing Gouging Fire, Munkidori, and Flutter Mane, and Volbeat. Yeah, actually you can. I'm only playing 2 Gouging Fires, Fez, Delphox, Arceus, and Moon, so that's 6. Yeah, play. Oh, Champ Out deck is tough. So obviously we're going to need a Delphox here. Which may be possible actually, if you ask me. Oh. But if this is the case, I think we need to Secret Box as early as possible, man. Let's just hope we do not get Iono. Actually, I don't know, man. This is not the best starting hand in the world. I think it's fine because we can Starburst the next turn. So let's just do that first. It was a risky play not searching for the Arceus V there, right? So yeah, I think this is fine. 3 fire energies there. Let's just attach 1 to Gouging Fire just in case. I'm not going to attach the capsule for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to Magma Basin. Yeah, so next turn we're going to Starburst for a Delphox and a Energy Switch. Oh, there comes the Iono. Tough play. Very, very bad hand here. What is this? That's the thing when we are not playing against meta decks, right? I'm not too sure who we're playing against here. I saw a Excalibur deck with Milotic. I'm not too sure what a Glaceon V-Star does. They're still taking a kill here. Judging a 3-card hand to a 4-card hand is not the worst thing in the world, but yep, not the best hand we're drawn into. If they take us out, we have a Fez, so I guess there's that. I don't think we want to put down the Gouging Fire, right? Just in case he gets aimed. But yeah, we almost managed to pull off the Delphox play there, but the Iono really screwed us up. We're gonna get hit by for weakness actually. If this is not a Chempao deck, I'm not sure how they're going to source out for energy, right? But this is a bit funky. So I'm actually participating in a SV7 format deck this weekend. So I think the only SV8 card, Surging Sparks card that I can't add into this deck is the Baby Gouging Fire. So I'm most probably going to replace this with maybe a Baby Chiyu or another Gouging Fire, because right now I'm playing 2, and the reason why I'm playing 2 is because I'm playing a Moon. But even then, that's actually quite risky, right? So I may include another Gouging Fire EX or a one-off Baby Chiyu, just for the Bolt and Regidrago matchup, just in case if I'm unable to take a 2 price first, right? So hopefully that Baby Chiyu can even out the price trade, and even if he gets gusted out, the next turn if you're able to gust out the Gogapon, you can actually use Baby Chiyu twice. So hopefully they can't gust Baby Chiyu out for 2 prices 2 times in a row, right? And if they can't do that, then basically you are sort of taking back the lead in the price trade. The unfortunate thing about Baby Chiyu is you can't Sada to it, so you can Magma Basin and hand attach, but if you hand attach, then you can't jet energy into it, right? Because you can't hand attach a jet. So that's the tough part. I'm assuming the Nest Balling a Fez here. No, it's Chempao. Yeah, so he's just gonna retreat Chempao, Shivering Chill into 2 energy and attach it, right? Oh, no, he's not. This is weird. So yeah, let's just ready up another Gouging Fire here. Can actually use Arceus. Maybe not for the time being, right? Let's just bait them. Yep, so next turn, I think we can easily take out the Pidgeot. Yeah, I'm just gonna say... Oh, I can't say that, right? I think either way, we are winning this turn. I'm not sure what's the Glaceon doing in this deck. It's probably one of the Japan lists, I think, because I saw one of the Chempao decks that won a Japan City League that plays Pidgeot instead of the Barrel. I'm not too sure about the Glaceon. Kinda need to check what the Glaceon V-Star does. But I think we should have game here, right? Because we are very high in the price trade at the moment. Unless they have a single prize of water Pokemon that can take out our Gouging Fire, right? But I doubt it, yeah. I think this is a funky deck. I see even, yeah. Should be an easy game here, right? Get the Munkidori down. Just in case we get Iono, I'm just gonna put Arceus V-Star down. And a Moon. Yeah, let's just see what happens. I think this is an easy win. Again, can't really showcase what the Arceus V-Star can do. And combining with the Volbeat as well, right? I really want to show the potential of these two and how they synergize with one another in the Gouging Fire deck. Fortunately, we can't, but nevertheless, at least we're able to show that the deck is running rather smoothly. Yep. Fortunately, we are facing quite a number of non-meta decks. But still, we're not really whiffing a turn, right? We're actually able to attack every turn. So, at least the consistency-wise of this deck is really good. The only thing that we're unable to show is whether or not the price trade, we can really manage it in our favor. But then again, we're doing it. We're able to do this without even using Starbirth once, right? So, I think obviously we're not really showing the optimal potential of this deck, I would say. Yeah. So he's probably surviving this turn, but I'm just going to Starbirth into a boss, right? Not just a boss, I can say that and get Darkness Energy Switch as well. I think the one thing that this deck has to be careful with is the Briar play, because you have Munkidori and Greninja, who both will most likely be on the bench very, very often, right? So just need to be wary of that play, especially against a Terrapagos deck maybe, right? I think it's going to be quite dangerous actually. Just need to be wary of that, but yeah. Although we're playing against non-meta decks, as you can see, the deck is running pretty smoothly. The baby Gouging Fire is really doing a lot of work here. Have yet to showcase the Volbeat and Arceus V-Star play, but let's just try out more games, man. I think one of the good things about this deck is that you don't really mind going second, right? You don't really mind going second or first. That's the whole purpose of playing the Arceus V-Star, is that if your opponent opts to go second, at the very least you can even maximize even further your capabilities by going first, right? Gouging Fire is not really one of the better decks out there going second, as compared to maybe a Roaring Moon or a Raging Bolt. Because of the lack of Pokestop, right? It makes it a lot harder to go Makes it a lot harder to dong turn 2. Turn 1 going second, right? So that's the tough part about this deck. But yeah, going second at least, you know, against decks like this, it actually prevents them from, you know, coming up with any Arven or Irida searching out for a Buddy Poffin, right? Which I think is the case in this. He got our Greninja, I guess. If it's a Greninja, it's not too bad. We're going to try and dong the Gimmighoul. The fact that he's not discarding a wall. Okay, yeah, he has plenty of energies in the deck. But he's playing water energy. Two water energies and one metal, which probably means he's not playing Energy Search Pro. But yeah, as you can see, he managed to search out. Oh, he's playing... Okay. Doesn't really have the best hand, right? 4-card hand. I think we can play around this, I guess. If he's indeed playing the Energy Pro, then it's going to be a problem. I'm gonna search our Greninja into a Conceal and got the Squawk. It's got the boss here. I can use everything else, right? Yeah, I can put out a baby Gouging Fire first, right? Take the first prize of the game. Or I can even use Flutter Mane. Yeah. I'm just gonna do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. And do this. Yep. Do this. Yeah, so at the very least, if they were to put out their Duskull or Radiant Greninja, they can't. So he has to put out his Gimmighoul, right? I'm not going to use my Capsule on the baby Gouging. Actually, I should. So he can't Dusknoir me, although I don't think he will be aiming me, right? But I think I am a threat, actually, as a one-prizer who can one-shot Goldengo because of weakness. So I think I'm going to protect him from a Dusknoir. Let him aim the Greninja. Don't really need the Greninja, right? So I'm just going to 90 here, and if I put it on Greninja, I can Delphox. But I can also Delphox like this, right? So Delphox is 240, will not kill. Yeah, so I need to put both damage counters here, which is probably not the best thing in the world. Okay. It's got to search out an Ultra Ball, right? Probably. If he's searching for a energy... Oh, Hyper Aroma. Okay. So the bad thing about this is that Palkia is going to one-hit us. Can't use his ability. Yeah, see, that's the great thing about Flutter Mane. So both Dusclops, Greninja and Gimmighoul, regardless of who he puts out, can't use ability, right? So if he's unable to kill Flutter Mane here, I'm just gonna retreat. Oh, but unfortunately I can't kill him with the baby Gouging Fire either, right? Because I'm only doing 200. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay. So I think either way he's just taking one prize. So that's not the worst thing in the world, right? Don't know if Secret Box is in the deck or not. I didn't really do a thorough deck check. But it looks very likely that the baby Gouging Fire is going down here. not use our stretcher yet, so he can come in handy later on. Oh, we have. So I think the most important thing is we will still be leading in a price trade, but he can come back by virtue of Dusclops, right? So that might be an issue. Dusknoir, sorry. So yeah, so maybe a Bravery Charm might be better here because you can protect your Radiant Greninja. You can also protect. But the reason why I'm putting the Capsule here as opposed to, say, a Bravery Charm is because when you put it on a Gouging Fire or a Rory Moon, you're out of range from a Regidrago. Although more often than not, your Magma Basin will damage the Gouging Fire, and not all the time you can move it away through your Munkidori, right? So I do think that you can consider adding a Bravery Charm instead of a Capsule in this deck, or maybe you want to have one each, I don't know. But as you can see clearly here, he is going to take out. Yeah, he's going to take me out here for 1 prize. Going to take him out for 3. Yeah, so I think I'm still leading the prize trade here, I guess. I'll be down to 2 prizes if he were to dust me. So I don't think so the dust will be a threat, right? Yeah, because I'm going to take a 2 prize lead here. Great. Gouging Fire. Just going to fast first, right? Yep, there we go. Don't really need the Pokestop right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Magma Basin and Nest Ball away. Do I need to use Arceus V-Star now? Doesn't look like it, right? Let's just Greninja first. Maybe we can draw a Sada or a... Yep. So we got the Sada here. I think I should have retreated first, right? Doesn't matter, we're gonna do this. So I think we just want to confirm a... let me see. Just Trekking Shoes first. Yeah, we're gonna keep this guy. We're probably gonna need him later, right? Do we want to get the Arceus V-Star now? Just in case they're Ionos and we can V-Star, right? If he aims the Arceus V-Star, then Gouging Fire will return kill on the Palkia, but we will need a Munkidori to finish the job, right? So I think I'm just going to do this. We will keep the... So he can choose who to aim. He wants to aim Arceus V-Star, then we have access to Fez. If he wants to aim Fez, then we have access to Arceus V-Star. And if he were to aim any one of them, then we will have access to Gouging Fire. So I think either way, they are kind of stuck here. Not going to attach energy to anybody. Yeah, so I think Greninja would be going down here. Or maybe not. Yeah, they might keep the Greninja. Yeah. I have to take out a 2 prizer here. So just in case if they dusk me. I mean, they can't dusk me if I were to take out a 2 prizer here. They're not playing a Caesar on this deck, so they don't have a 1 prizer. Yeah, I can search out a mana fee. So I think they definitely have to kill my Gouging Fire here, right? Yeah. Doesn't look like they got the Palkia. So I guess it's game. We have access to Star Buff. Shit tons of energy cards. Switch card. So sometimes I think even the Arceus V-Star, although again we were not able to showcase our Star Buff, but by the mere fact of his existence on the bench, I think it's putting enough of a fear into your opponent's deck, and they can't really do anything, right? Or rather, it confuses them as to what or which Pokemon they want to aim. I mean, it really messes up the gameplay over here. I really hope they can kill my Gouging Fire because I want to see what I can do about it, but it really looks unlikely. Right? And he can't even retreat. He should have put out a Greninja and Palkia into a double energy Palkia V-Star and a retreat from Greninja, right? However, now he's stuck. So if I were to take out a Palkia here, he's essentially dead, right? Yep. Sigh. Just gonna do this. Into a retreat. Don't need to use Greninja or Trekking Shoes for now, right? Let's just keep what we have. So I don't see how they can win here. If I'm them, I would have forfeited the game. Unless you have some miraculous Torton in your deck into a Goldengo or a Palkia, I don't know. But I highly doubt so. So yeah, so like I said, again, the threat of Arceus V-Star on the bench plus a Fez really puts them in a peculiar spot. And as opposed to the Arceus V-Star Armarouge deck that I used to play, you more often than not would use your Starbuff as early as possible, right? However, in this case, I think it's quite clear that you are only using it in very, very desperate situations, just like in this game and even the other games that I've been playing. More often than not, you can even actually end the game before you even Starbuff. So again, this is more like a safety net to your deck. Because you're rarely going to use any V-Star ability anyway, right? If any, it will be a Luminion plus a Forest Sealstone. The reason why I don't really like that is because I don't really fancy Forest Sealstones in decks that do not play Arven. But of course, unlike your Roaring Moon or your Raging Bolt, you don't play Pokestop either. So the chances of you discarding your Forest Sealstone is probably low. But at the same time, you play Squawk. So you may discard your Forest Sealstone, right? So again, if you're playing a turbo deck and your bench is going to be littered with 2 prizes, might as well play an Arceus line, right? Because it's not an added liability, I would say, because you're going to be playing Squawk, Gouging Fire, Fez, and everyone like that anyway, right? So let's just see what we can do here. We get a Jet Energy without doing anything. Get a Jet without Starbuffing, man. Let's go. Let's see if we get it. It appears that the Switch cards in the prior used. So again, didn't really manage to showcase our Volbeat play. But that's just to get the full bench in play, right? You don't really need to use it as well. So I think most likely we're going to go second here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we're going first. So we're probably playing against a turbo deck. Yeah, let's just put out a Greninja first, right? So I'd say we do have a pretty sick hand. Unfortunately, we're going first. Or, not really unfortunately. We don't really need to use a Squawk here, right? Playing against Gardevoir. Okay, so the Flutter Mane, yep, and the Gouging Fire here is going to be extremely handy. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Squawk. The Munkidori is also going to come in extremely handy, right? So I really want to get a Flutter Mane here. You are definitely going down. Yeah, can't get the Flutter Mane, but I guess you can play the Gouging Fire this turn. Gonna keep the secret box. Can also search for an Arceus VSTAR, right? If they're unable to search out for another bench, can we pull off a Delphox play here? So the one thing about Secret Box is you can't search for a Jet Energy, right? And you can with a Delphox. Sorry, with a Arceus VSTAR. So you can actually Secret Box for whatever Sada, Energy Switch, Magma Basin, Capsule, and then you search for a Jet Energy on a Delphox, right? Or on the other hand, you want to search for a Switch Cart, that's also doable. Okay, this is exciting here. I don't think so they got anything. So let's just see what we can do. I think we still do this. I think we got it, right? So I think the only issue now here is whether we have a Arceus VSTAR. Yeah, we do. We even have a Delphox. Yeah, we probably have everything here. Yeah, let's go. So we Sada here, right? Yeah. So we really got everything we need. Again, oh, yeah. So again, as you can see, the power of this deck is just absolutely insane. So we're just going to do this. We're going to do this. This. For a Energy Switch. Sorry, for a Nest Ball to Stadium. Sports a card. Nest Ball into your Delphox. Magma Basin. Jet Energy. Here comes the Starbuff play, man. Let's go. Energy Switch. In fact, you can search out for so many other items as well, man. Man, this is just a sick deck. So if you go first and your opponent is really unable to set up more than one bench Pokemon, let's say if you're playing against a Charizard and you can only search out for a Pidgey and a Charmander or whatever not, especially when there are so little mana fees around nowadays, right? So as you can see, Starbuff coming into play. The combination of Starbuff and Secret Box is just absolutely ridiculous. It's ludicrous, man. Gorgeous deck. Gorgeous deck. So I think most likely we're going to go second here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we're going first. So we're probably playing against a turbo deck. Yeah, let's just put out a Greninja first, right? So I'd say we do have a pretty sick hand. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going first. Or, not really unfortunately. We don't really need to use a Squawk here, right? Playing against Gardevoir. Okay, so I think the Flutter Mane, yeah, and the Gouging Fire here is going to be extremely handy. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Squawk here. The Munkidori is also going to come in extremely handy, right? So I really want to get a Flutter Mane here. You are definitely going down. Yeah, can't get the Flutter Mane, but I guess you can play the Gouging Fire this turn. Gonna keep the secret box. Can also search for an Arceus VSTAR, right? If they're unable to search out for another bench, can we pull off a Delphox play here? So the one thing about Secret Box is you can't search for a Jet Energy, right? And you can with a Delphox. Sorry, with a Arceus VSTAR. So you can actually secret box for whatever Sada, Energy Switch, Magma Basin Capsule, and then you search for a Jet Energy on a Delphox, right? Or on the other hand, you want to search for a Switch Cart, that's also doable. Okay, this is exciting here. I don't think so they got anything. So let's just see what we can do. I think we still do this. I think we got it, right? So I think the only issue now here is whether we have a Arceus V-Star. Yeah, we do. We even have a Delphox. Yeah, we probably have everything here. Yeah, let's go. So we Sada here, right? Yeah. So we really got everything we need. Again, yeah. So again, as you can see, the power of this deck is just absolutely insane. So we're just going to do this. We're going to do this. This. For a Energy Switch. Sorry, for a Nest Ball. To Stadium. Supports a card. Nest Ball into your Delphox. Magma Basin. Jet Energy. Here comes the Starbuff play, man. Let's go. Energy Switch. In fact, you can search out for so many other items as well, man. Man, this is just a sick deck. So if you go first and your opponent is really unable to set up more than one bench Pokemon, let's say if you're playing against a Charizard and you can only search out for a Pidgey and a Charmander or whatever not. Especially when there are so little mana fees around nowadays, right? So as you can see, Starbuff coming into play. The combination of Starbuff and Secret Box is just absolutely ridiculous. It's ludicrous, man. Gorgeous deck. Gorgeous deck.